Joe and I have been doing a few podcasts on this device called the Healy, and maybe other topics that are connected to the basis and the science of how Healy works. Basically, Healy is a microcurrent device that delivers frequencies to your body. I know it sounds a little esoteric, but through a lot of new age science and physics, this device actually can read the energy that your body is giving off through a quantum sensor or a signal to noise ratio if you're into physics. And by the subtle nuances of energy in the air, it knows what frequencies your body is lacking to reach bioenergetic harmonization, or the harmonization of your body's energy, if that makes sense.
You're
So
making this
these
really simple. You've really broken this down into layman's
well,
terms here, huh?
hey, I just like to give more information and little information, like both, because I'm a person that likes to know information, but some people just want to know basic information. So the
Right.
basic information is that through these bands, you're getting frequencies from this device connected to a program on your phone. Now, we've been talking about it a lot and we've been running it, but Joe's been able to figure out how to show his phone so you can actually see what it looks like on your phone when it's giving the frequencies to your body. And Joe's gonna demonstrate the resonance analysis of his energy, and then the program is gonna suggest a specific program to run on his body, and then we'll be able to see what frequencies that it's giving him, and then we'll just go from there.
Okay. Now, do you want me to just go through the process of starting a random program, or do you want to do the residence thing first?
Yeah, do the whole thing so we can see. So
I'll do the residence thing. Okay.
yeah,
All right.
and so there's two programs.
Sorry.
It's all right.
There we go.
If you look at his apps right here, there's a pink dot and a blue dot. We're going to start with the blue dot,
Okay.
and when you press that, this app comes up on your phone, which is connected to the Healy on Joe's body right now, and
You have to
it
make
has
sure that it's on first. You have to press
correct
the button because otherwise it will
won't connect through
connect.
Bluetooth, just like any other Bluetooth wireless device.
Yeah.
And today we're just going to do the resonance analysis.
Which is the top one here.
Mm-hmm. And you
Click my.
can start adding more clients in over time, but you saw a quick list there of clients.
Yeah. Sorry, I
It's all right.
didn't want you to see all my people.
Yeah, it's private information. Um, so now it's saying which Healy to select, because
Yeah.
you can have this on multiple devices and have multiple Healys to connect to. That's the one he's connecting to right now. And now it's going to say, hey, Joe, what do you have the greatest resonance with now? Meaning, which program is going to resonate most with your body? What's going to bring you back into harmonization?
So this is the scanning process, right?
Correct.
Okay. So then when I hit continue, then all these programs are going to pop up, right? But
Right.
we want to scan everything, right?
Well, yeah, we want to do all Healy programs in this instance
Which
because
is
we're
this.
just going to,
Sorry.
no, it's all right. We're going to run through all the programs
So
against your energy right now, and it's going to suggest what you need, and you'll see what that looks like.
all right. So then that's the second one down here. I don't know. It's kind of small on here. I'm not sure if everybody can read that, but
I can read it.
oh, okay, cool.
It's pretty small on my computer too.
All Healy programs. So we're going to click that, and then here
Stars analysis.
we're going to
Yeah.
hit start, and then this is like, you want to explain this? It's like you got to really have an
Yeah. I mean, because your body is giving off energy, if you put some intention into asking the question, your body is going to give off more of the frequencies that it can read. So while you're holding your thumb down on that, it's helpful just to think, what do I need right now?
Okay, so I'm going
What
to go ahead.
program do I need? What
I'm gonna,
frequencies do I need?
I'm going to go ahead and hold on that right now.
Do it. Now
Usually
it's
do like
running.
a deep breath and really focus in on.
Yeah, you can feel it reading your body too, and it's saying Healy sleep programs.
It makes sense. I haven't really been sleeping a lot the past 3 days because of this whole school thing, and me and my wife have been like getting up super early, so we're prepared for the morning and shit. So I've actually been feeling that actually. So
Yeah, and then the second, so there's a percentage in the upper. I guess if you're looking at the device in the upper left-hand corner, it says 67%, 66%, 59%. The percentages go down as the suggestion of program sets go down. So each one of those percentages and Healy programs is a program set. Within the program set is more programs. So at the moment, the top three is sleep, learning, and mental balance. And I generally run the program on the top, but in this case scenario, it's because Joe's saying that he hasn't slept, it's probably telling him that he needs to sleep, and it's going to want to put him to sleep because that's probably what his body needs the most right now.
mm.
However, we as humans in the Western society don't always have that luxury. So I would say I would do the learning program or the mental program set to see what you need within that, because those programs for sleep are no joke. If you run that, you really will be tired.
Yeah. So we don't want to
Yeah,
run that right now.
yeah.
Uh, I bet you the Healy learning program is stress acute. I bet.
Probably because we were just figuring out how to do this today and learning something new. Yeah.
No. Well, that I guess, but no, that just I've been. It's a continuous thing with me. This freaking stress thing, and then you put the pads on the back. So I'm hoping it's not going to be that one because I don't have the pads right now.
Yeah.
But okay, so
Yes. Oh, go ahead.
let's also explain from here what you can do. So there's things you can do from here as well without these. You can
Right.
actually send out the frequencies. So we'll just show a little quick little thing of that. So if you hit actions
And
and you hit
vibrate.
vibrate, um, and then you go here, you can decide how long you want to run them, and it actually you hit start and it'll start sending out these frequencies into
The
so
air.
actually specifically for me, right? So it doesn't matter where in the world I am, correct?
Yeah, that is correct.
So this is something once you get somebody, say somebody's visiting, right? And you get their body scan there because they need to be there physically, right, to get the initial scan, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And then once you have that, then you can do all this stuff to them no matter where
Remotely.
they are in the world.
Right.
Now, do you have any details on how to explain that or no?
I mean, it works on Einstein's theory of, um, it's called the spooky at a distance theory. I know that sounds really crazy, but basically, Einstein postulated that everything is connected no matter what distance. So if you have somebody's signature frequency recorded on the Healy, which in addition to giving out frequencies, the Healy has the ability to record a signature frequency of any device because everything gives off vibration. Once it records that signature frequency, then you are able to, the Healy is able to send frequencies to that signature frequency set from anywhere in the world at any time. And that's based off of Einstein's theory.
Now, by
Um,
signature frequency, you mean that the specific frequency that every human or thing has that is like a fingerprint to each individual, only specific to them, correct? That's what you
correct.
mean by signature?
Yeah, like like a thumbprint. That's a good way
Right.
to say that. So everybody has a frequency, a resonant frequency set that is very unique to them. That is similar to a thumbprint.
Mm.
So once Healy has that, then it can send out frequencies to that person at any time from your Healy device. And this is one way the device can send frequencies. So um, just from the device, you can send frequencies to somebody, anybody, or yourself. And in addition, you could do what we're doing today, which is analyze your energy for the day and then deliver frequencies to you through the bands, which I mean, this is two different concepts. But today let's just focus on the bands.
Yeah. I just wanted to go through this real quick. Let's just, you want to run it real quick for like a few seconds just to show what it looks like, right?
Yeah, so you can see what it looks like
Yeah.
running the.
So I'll just run it for like 8 seconds here.
It is kind
Um,
of confusing though.
we
You know
won't get
that.
into detail about it. We'll just, I'll just hit start and you can see what it looks like. Um, the thing is also there, you have to keep your phone on like this too, because if you like go to another screen, this whole thing shuts off. Um, but yeah, so you can set this to run for however long here, or you can put in. I mean, I'm assuming these, and we don't have to get too into detail, but I'm assuming the amount of time that each one of these gives, the specific time, is means something. There's a reason why it's that specific time for that frequency, correct?
Yeah, the minute 20 is the one that it suggested for those program sets. So that's probably what I would suggest to run for
Oh, I
that.
never noticed that. It's so it. I always thought it was like a default one that comes up all the time. So it actually suggests a time period to run it for.
Yeah, I think the
Oh.
minute 20 is the suggested one for everything, but there are reasons for acute and chronic illnesses to run the different frequencies, and there's actually a specific chart as to why that is.
Oh, I need to get that.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I will do this in at nighttime when I go to bed, and I'll run it for like 3 hours or whatever, and I'll just leave it on, and it's hitting me all the night. That's why that way I don't have to like wear all this stuff, you know.
Yeah, there is a reason for the different increments, and they have done lots of clinical studies as to why that is. But I know that it has to do with the difference between a chronic and a acute sickness.
Mm,
So, for instance, if your sleep programs are coming up because you have insomnia, that would be considered a chronic issue. If your sleep programs have just come up because you've had one bad night's sleep or a week, that's an
mm.
acute situation. That's not a chronic thing that you've been dealing with for years on end. So the reason why you would vibrate the frequencies to the different increments are because of chronic or
Ah,
acute
that's
illness.
good to know.
Yeah.
Okay. So, okay, good.
And you can, like we said earlier, do that remotely for people if you've captured their signature frequency within the Healy resonance
Mm.
program.
Actually, so I do this for my daughter all the time because she's obviously sleeping in another room and she's 2.5, so she can't wear these things all for too long. So I'll just like shoot it to her while she's sleeping.
That's perfect.
Okay, so let's go into, we'll take Healy learning programs, right? So actually, we have to go back into the resonance, right?
Hmm.
And rerun. Um,
An analysis on
and
you.
yeah, shit. Uh,
The
go,
squiggly line on the bottom.
yeah. Okay,
And then
resonance
resonance, yep. Then
back
choose you
here.
to do the resonance.
Boom. And then
Instead of all Healy programs, we're now within uh, the learning programs.
learning programs, and then it's the
Mhm.
same deal. So now I'm going to think about, what learning programs do I need? That's what I'm going to say to myself.
Yeah.
Exam acute. Got a test coming up? No, but stress is in there. But these are basically, that's all the program. Oh no, there's 9 programs, right? So this is the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah. So
Okay.
it's saying 53% is saying exam acute,
Mm.
49% is saying exam system, 48 learning system. Um, so you're in a concentration learning exam state. So probably doing this live makes you feel like you're taking a test or something.
Oh, maybe. Well,
Which
I
you
got
kind
other
of.
things in my life going on right now where I kind of feel like that as well. So,
Yeah.
um, but I think anything acute is usually going to be use those pads. Am I correct?
Not always. I would do the system though, just in case,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
yeah,
So there these also, this comes off,
yeah,
and it comes with these little sticky pads, and you
right.
can stick them on your back, or if you have pain in your joints or something, you stick it on there.
Right.
It's more direct.
Yeah. So you can deliver frequencies to a very specific area, or you can just wear them on your wrist and it's kind of going all over the main nerve endings, because all of your nerves end in your hands. So the main meridian systems and energy systems you're going to get from these bands.
Mm. Okay, so now that we know this, we've gone through this whole thing. Now we're looking for exam acute or exam systems, and that is within the other program. So we can
Correct.
hit this. So I'm going to close out of this one, and then we're going
Boom.
to go into the pink Healy one.
Which the Pink Dot app contains all of the programs um, that Healy has created. So tapping up in that upper left-hand corner shows all of the program sets. So within the gold cycle, within the pain, within the fitness, within beauty and skin,
Let me
all
reset.
of those have more programs within them. So that's why we had to run the resonance program twice. The first time we ran it on all Healy programs, and then we knew that it was in the learning set of programs. And then within the learning set, we've decided that we're doing the exam system program specifically.
Right. So then we are going into the program app to
Mm-hmm.
find those programs so we can run them.
Right, which is the Pink Dot app.
Yeah. This is exactly why we're doing this, because it can get a little confusing with the two apps. Whoa, what was that? Oh,
Oh,
you got
we've
the
got,
long guys there again?
we do. Every time we decide to do this talk, they come and they do the yard. And what's funny is they normally come on Thursdays, but today they're coming today.
Okay, so all right, so I
You've gone
clicked
into the
on,
Pink Dot app. Now you're
yep,
going next,
and I'm gonna hit next, and I don't know why
and
this is
you're
doing this.
going down into learning. And you tap the arrow side. It's up at the top, the
Oh, it's
green
up
one.
top. Okay, learning, boom,
And then you're doing exam system
exam system. Yep,
and start.
and
And
then
it's showing you where to put it on your wrist.
right, and I'm gonna hit that, and then
And
it
now
goes.
this brief moment is using the Bluetooth to transfer the program from your phone to the Healy device. So once once this transfer is done, you don't necessarily have to have your phone on you, but your phone is displaying the program frequency delivery system in real time.
Are you
So
hold on? Are you sure about that? Because I've
yeah,
walked away from my phone while I had this on, and the program basically stopped running on my phone.
yeah, it stops running on your phone, but this will not stop running until it's done.
Really?
Yeah, it keeps blinking and keeps going.
But you just can't keep track of it after if you yeah.
Yeah, but you can reconnect and it will show you, like time has passed and all of that.
Oh, I did
Yeah.
not know that. I'm learning all
Oh.
kinds of stuff today. All right.
Ah, hey. So
Okay.
this is for.
You go ahead.
So the program's now transferred to his Healy. He is now getting 900.8 hertz through the bands, and it's saying that is 57 minutes that it's gonna run for 57 minutes, and there's a percentage on the bottom. I generally hit that plus sign and bump it all the way up to 100, and then I back down if it's too much. As you start increasing the frequencies, depending on how sensitive you are to energy in general, you'll start to feel a buzzing in your wrists, which kind of radiates out through your arms and moves to the rest of your body. But the way that resonance frequencies work is, um, if you think of an opera singer, how she can break a crystal glass. The reason why she can break the crystal glass is because she or he is matching the resonant frequency of the crystal, and by matching the frequency of the crystal. And do you hear someone knocking at the door now? This is so fun. Every time we do this, there's always interruptions. This is what energy is all about, right?
You need
So
to get
I
that.
do. I do have to
All
get
right.
that.
I could just
They're
keep
like
talking here.
pounding on the door. Yeah.
No worries. Go do what you gotta do.
I'll be right back.
So as you may have noticed, when I bumped this up, this went from the little, see the red dot and the white line behind the red dot. That white line turned white as I went up. So I'm gonna go back down until it gets black again. So what that is the actual connection here. So as you're going up, the it's sending a higher potency, I guess, of frequency, right? So then there's a more of a connection here. So when it turns white, that means it's like it's working, it's doing its thing. But me and David like to really ramp it up, so we always crank it up to 100. You could start kind of feeling it a little bit for sure. And there's actually a way you can even boost it so you can feel it even more if you're like one of those people that's like, I really need to make sure that this is working. But after, because this one's going to run for another 55 minutes, like after an hour, you take this off and you'll kind of be like, ooh, okay, I feel something was definitely going on there. But the key is what you want to do is you want to make sure that that line behind the red dot stays white, because if it goes black like this, it should go black if I say I disconnect this a little bit. So see how it's not hitting my wrist, but if I go like this, see? So you have to make sure these things are on pretty good. I mean, obviously you don't want to cut the circulation off to your hands, but um, that's what you're trying to do. You're going to try and keep that line white and not black. Is everything okay?
Yeah. No, we just had wine delivered and you have to sign for it. So he was really pounding on the door.
You guys need this wine.
I know. It's a sustainable organic wine. It has to be delivered. So
Ooh.
anyway.
So I explained the whole like connectivity thing.
Oh yeah, when it turns, I kind of heard in the background you were
Yeah.
explaining the turning black. So I was talking about resonance. So the way that resonance works, and I was relating that to like an opera singer breaking a crystal glass. So she's matching or he's matching the frequency of that glass structure, and by the amplitude and matching that frequency, the glass shatters. So the amplitude of the frequency is what makes it shatter, but matching the resonant frequency is the key to everything. So, for instance, in the first 10 minutes of this program running, you see the frequencies at the top, they keep changing. Um, so we started out with like 600.8 and now we're like at 66.9. For the first 10 minutes, it's in real time analyzing Joe's energy, and against the frequencies within this exam system set, it's trying to figure out which ones are resonating with him the most and how it can bring his energy into balance. So, in order to do that, it has to try all these different frequencies and then find the ones that are really resonating. And if you're wearing the device, you probably know what those frequencies are because you can feel them, right?
Hmm.
Like right now, I'm running regeneration, and I'm past that 10-minute mark, and it's showing now a percentage on the bottom, um, because it's picked the frequencies to run on my body.
Uh,
And after about 10 minutes is when you really start to feel the buzzing in your hands and it going through your meridians in your arms, and it starts to radiate through your whole body
so
through
so
that.
if um so this started off, I think, was like 57 minutes or something like that. So you have to run the whole thing all the way through or you're not getting the full benefit, correct?
Yeah, I mean, and that's why it's considered a treatment, you know. Uh, Running the full program set from beginning to end is the full treatment of frequencies that it's wanting to deliver to bring you into a bioenergetic balance.
Hmm.
Those are the terms that we're using. There's all sorts of terms we could use to describe energy these days, but I think if we try and stick with a succinct language, bioenergetic balance would be it.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I mean, so um I mean basically that's the gist of it, correct? Like I mean that's
Yeah,
went through the
yeah. I
whole
mean, that's we've run the resonance analysis against your energy in real time, and then it has suggested a few program sets. The sleep was first, the learning was second, and mental balance was third. And then we went through and we ran another resonance analysis to find out which program to run within learning. And then that happened to be exam systems. Then we went into the Pink Dot app and ran the program. And now
right,
the program is running.
right,
Are you
right.
feeling anything in your body yet? Or have you felt any
Yeah, I
lately?
mean right from the rip. I always feel it like as soon as you turn it on, I feel a little tingly, yeah.
I'm the
But
same. Yeah.
okay, and then so I wanted to maybe get into the what's this one called? The Healy Advisor. I know that you don't have this, right?
I don't.
Okay, so
Um,
so this is for the professional, right? Actually,
yeah.
let's go through the different ones that they have. They have the gold, right? Is that the first one?
Yeah. So the Healy Gold, there's four different packages within Healy that give you different programs and different functionality. And everybody probably will have different reasons for why they get which package they get. Um, the gold package just comes with the Pink Dot app and gold frequencies and a few other program sets that come with that, which um, has everything you really need if you're just trying to run frequencies into your body. The gold frequency set is based off of 30 years of research by a Portuguese scientist called Nuno Nina, and he found that our body has 144,000 resonant frequencies, and within those resonant frequencies they deliver certain states of um, harmonization within the body. So the gold program sets have things called like balance, release, relax, energy. Those ones are very broad stroking frequency programs.
Well, yes. I I wasn't talking about like the programs because there's how many programs are there? Like
Well,
total?
that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Within the five different Healy packages, you get different program sets. The first one is called the Gold
Right.
because you're getting the Gold
And
programs.
that's basically the difference between all of these, right? Is like which programs actually come with it, correct?
Correct. Which
Otherwise, basically they all look the same. They're essentially the same.
right.
They do the same thing. They just have different programs. And but even if you have the gold um, Healy, you can add programs to it, right?
Yep. Any package that you get, you can buy. You can upgrade to the higher level, or you can just buy specific programs that you may need over time.
Right, right. So now I don't know if they've come out with a new one yet, but the so it's the gold, then it's the what's the next one?
Then it's Healy Holistic. So
Holistic.
then you're getting the Meridian programs, you're getting the bioenergetic balance programs, you're getting some more specific programs for chronic and acute, not diseases, but disharmonies within the body. Again, this is all to say that Healy is cleared by the FDA for anxiety, depression, and fibromyalgia in the United States. Um, but there's a lot more that I would say after using it, realizing it can be used for within your everyday wellness routine. Um, so I'll just leave it at that.
Got this little bug
There's
flying around.
certain things that we can say, because this is a recorded video, and then there's certain things that we can't say. But there's things that you can say you have testimony to, and that is for me, for instance, the most fascinating thing for me is when I run the resonance analysis uh, program on my body to find out what it's saying. Hey, what frequencies do I need to bring myself back into balance? And For instance, yesterday I did a really hard workout, and the first thing that always comes up is the fitness apps. And the fitness apps, for instance, this one is regeneration. Um, there's a lot of micro tears in muscles when you lift heavy weights, and regeneration helps regenerate your body after something like that. And so this program almost always comes up for me every time I lift weights, which is completely different to if I run or if I do yoga